So, you guys remember, we've done this before. We talked about what you need to take out at the beginning, and then we look for factors for our sum and product, right? It has to multiply to give us our product, add to give us our sum in the middle. So, on number 1, does it have a GCF? No, no GCF, okay. So then I look for what my factors would have to be, right? So I'm looking at this number here, because this is just a 1. 1 times 12 is just 12. So I'm looking at my 12 to decide what numbers are going to multiply to give me 12 and add to give me 7. What would it be? 3 and 4. Very good. So I write those as factors. X plus 3 and x plus 4. And we are just factoring today, so you don't have to solve your parentheses. Okay? On number 2, I'm looking for my GCF. Do you see one? What is it? X. Okay, so I'm going to take an x out of everything. If I take x out of x cubed, what's left? Good. And if I take x out of 9x squared, what's left?
9x.
And if I take x out of 18x, we just are left with, very good. Okay, so again, this is a 1 here. So when I multiply 1 and 18, it is just 18. So I'm just looking at the 18. What would multiply to give us 18 and add to give us 9? 6 and 3, very good. And they are both positives, so we do need to use a positive for both. So I have x plus 3 and x plus 6. But remember, anytime you take a GCF out, you do need to put that in front of all your parentheses. So we do have that GCF of x out in front. Okay. Let's look here at example number 3. Do we have a GCF on this one? No. And in front, I would just have an understood 1. 1 times 1 is 4. So I only care about the 4. What multiplies to give us 4 and adds to give us 5? 1 and what? 4 and 1. Very good. So I have x plus 4 and x plus 1 as my two factors. Okay. Number 4. Do we have a GCF? No, okay. And I have an understood 1. 1 times 1 is 12. So what multiplies to give us positive 12 adds to give us negative 8? 2 and 6, but they would both have to be what? Negatives. Very good. All right, a negative times a negative will give us the positive 12, and negative 2 plus negative 6 will give us negative 8. Good deal. Okay. Number 5. Do we have a GCF on this one? 2 what? 2x. Good. Okay, so if I take 2x out of 2x cubed, what are we going to be left with? What? So x squared, but the 2 we took out, right? So it'll just be x squared. And then if I divided negative 14x squared by 2x, what's going to be left? Negative 7x, good. And 20x divided by 2x would be positive 10. Very good. All right. So remember, we're going to bring our GCF down in front. We don't want to forget about it. And then for my factors, this is an understood 1. So 1 times 10 is just 10. So I only care about what will multiply to give me positive 10 and add to give me negative 7. Very good. X minus 5 and x minus 2. All right, and then we just have one left. On number 6, do we have a GCF? No GCF, okay. So I'm going to make my parentheses here. it is going to have to multiply to give us 28, because 1 times 28 is 28, and add to give us negative 11.
Negative 7.
Good. Alright. So there's our quick review on factoring. Remember, we always look for our GCF first. It has to multiply to give us the last number, add to give us the middle number. Okay?